Hi, my name is Peter Sidwell and welcome to my quick kitchen. Today's recipe is the most delicious chicken sweet potato chickpea curry with spinach and USA rice. It is absolutely delicious, easy to make and under a fiver for 4 people. And I think that is pretty good value for a dish that's full of all this nutrition. So let's get started. Now, USA long grain rice, absolutely delicious. We're going to cook this on the absorption method. So 1 part rice to 2 parts water, okay? So we're doing 250 grams of rice. So you will essentially have 500 mils of water, or just do it by eye on the double. Okay, there we go. We're going to put that on to cook. Once it has absorbed, give it 2 or 3 minutes after that, switch the heat off and leave it. It'll be beautiful, light and fluffy. Okay, so I have got 4.5 litre cast aluminium shallow pan. It is absolutely my go-to pan. Love it. Black today we're going. Splash of olive oil first, because we're going to get everything going. Now, because this curry is sweet potato, chickpea and chicken, I've gone for 4 chicken thighs. Now, we did some research on this series and we're actually going to be doing a 6 months worth of quick kitchen recipes for you. So everything's going to be within 10 minutes or so, under a fiver or there or thereabouts. Emily's kind of let me have 5 or 10p either way, which is quite nicer, isn't it? She'll make the difference. When I started to research this, I was absolutely amazed on there are certain things you need to be aware of. So chicken thighs for me offer amazing value, but only if you buy them skin on, bone in. If you buy them skinless and boneless, they're going to be twice the price. Okay, and I went to the supermarket, I had a look, and they are twice the price. But they cook, they take longer, but they keep more moist and they are better flavour when the bone and skin are on. So, to speed the process up, 3 cuts per thigh down to the bone into the pan, okay? So 1, and by cutting down to the bone, it means the heat will penetrate and get to the bone and the centre quicker, all right? If you're very health conscious, you could take the skin off if you wanted to, but don't pay somebody else to do it. Take it off yourself. There we go. Right, I'm just going to wash my hands. Okay. So, chicken is in, skin side down. Let's give it a quick season. Build up your layers of flavour. Always make sure you've got salt and pepper next to the hob so that you can just season it up. Okay? Now, let's go through the ingredients that are going into the curry. I've got 1 white onion, chopped, ready to go. I've got 2 sweet potatoes, chopped, peeled, diced, ready to go. 1 tin of chickpeas, drained and washed. Tin of tomatoes, okay? And then I've got a pot of curry paste, okay? Go for the one you like. Now, if you haven't got a pot of paste, use some garam masala, curry powder, whatever takes your fancy, okay? But I've gone for quite a strong curry paste because I'm only going to use half. I'm going to chuck the other half in the freezer and use it for another day. So the spicier the curry mix, the less you use of it. Seems to make sense, doesn't it? Right. Okay, so in with our curry paste. Do you like a curry, Emily?
Oh, I love a curry.
Do you? What's your favourite? Do you have a favourite or not?
I don't know, we quite often use them paste, so we kind of like we love to do a curry on a Saturday, so it's quite nice. We just kind of swap and change up. We even like mix 2 together.
Yeah.
Like you do half and half and things like that, just to get different flavours. But I would never think about just using half a pot.
Well, I think, you know, I mean, it depends. Some people like really, really spicy, but I like more flavour, less spice, I think, really. So, what we're going to do is take our onion and just scatter it around the chicken, making sure the chicken is still in direct contact with the bottom of the pan because we're trying to crisp up the skin, get the flavour going. If you then sit the onions underneath the chicken, it will stop it frying off and caramelising. Sweet potatoes going on the top. You can see I'm not touching that chicken. Leave it there, crisping up and getting delicious. Same with our chickpeas. Good source of iron, chickpeas. Now, if you wanted to do this a vegetarian, all I would do is increase the chickpeas and increase the sweet potato, lose the chicken. Job done. I'm going to sprinkle with some dried mint. I like dried mint in my curries. I think it really works well, and it's one of the very few dried herbs that works. So just spread that out. Keep that chicken in direct contact with the bottom of that pan so that we get the perfect crispness. I've got my tin of tomatoes there. That will not go in until my chicken is crispy, golden and ready for all the moisture that needs to go into there. I've got my baby spinach here. I'm just going to stir that in at the very end so we keep maximum nutritional value out of what we're putting in, okay? So, rice is cooking. That's on. Right, let's turn this chicken over. I haven't moved it for 5 minutes. So you can see, look at that, lovely and golden. See, what's going to happen now is the chicken will absorb all the moisture and poach at the bottom in the sauce, whereas the top will be nice and crispy and delicious. So you get kind of two different textures. So it's really important to do it that way around. So in with our chopped tomatoes now. And then I'm going to take some water. So if you were just opening your tin, just fill the tin up, okay, of water and pour that in. So you don't waste anything at all. So all you need to do now is bring this up to the boil and let it simmer for about 25 to 30 minutes, okay? Or whack it straight in the oven. So I'm going to put a lid on and I'm going to whack it straight in the oven. Okay, the rice is nearly finished absorbing all the liquid. Once it has, turn the heat down and let it sit there for 5 minutes and it's ready. Okay, this chicken is cooked. It smells amazing in this kitchen. The flavours in here are going to be amazing. All the flavour, because you put the lid on, is trapped inside. And with this pan, they've got like these little dimples, so all the moisture hits the top, runs back into the curry so that you don't get over-reduced, you don't get it too evaporated. It's absolutely perfect for this. So the way to tell if it's cooked as well, obviously it's the chicken that has to be cooked in the centre, but you also want the sweet potato to be tender and soft. And the reason why we use sweet potato in this is it doesn't break down like butternut squash would, so it's really important. And then also, we can check the chicken to make sure that it's cooked. I always use a digital probe. This is a Taylor one. You can get these from Cook, Serve and Enjoy. And they are precision, they're precise. It means you know exactly what is going on in the centre there. So I want to look for above 75 degrees. I've skyrocketed to 90 odd. I know it's cooked. And it's not only is it cooked, but it's tender, okay? So we'll have a little taste of this sauce, and it is naturally thickened just from the starch, you know, from the sweet potato and things like that. And at this point, you can make adjustments, so. It's good that. You're going to like this, Emily? You are going to like this? Just a little bit of salt, not a lot. And I think that's done just the right amount of heat. Comes in afterwards. Right. Got our long grain rice as well. So can I show you that, Emily? Look. How it's cooked on the absorption method. It's light and fluffy. Yeah? Just by using twice the volume, okay? Really important. So good technique. Right, let's serve something up and have a little taste of this. Okay, so we'll get our rice. So I actually quite like to serve this with rice on one side. And then to get absolute maximum goodness, I put my spinach at the bottom raw. You can stir it into the curry if you prefer. But if you want, you know, it's quite a warm summer's day today. And even though like having a curry doesn't necessarily feel right in the summer, but having it a lighter version like this is really good. So let's get a lovely piece of this chicken. Sit that on top there. And then I'm gonna grab a ladle, I'm going in. And then all those lovely veggies. So you've got sweet potato, you've got the tomatoes, you've got the onion, you've got the chickpeas, all sat there. And then I think the best way to finish this is a good dollop of yoghurt smack bang in the middle. So you can get away with it being a little bit spicy because that yoghurt is just gonna cool it beautifully. And then I like a squeeze of lemon, and I often zest my lemons in recipes, but I keep them. And then I can squeeze them. This didn't need zest, so I've got the juice there. That's gonna freshen it right up. It's gonna be the most delicious curry. Now, if you want this recipe, go to petersidwell.com. You will find it there along with loads of others. And if you like this kind of cooking and you wanna see more, tune in to my Peter Sidwell's Kitchen cookery program, Saturday mornings, 9 AM on all the social media platforms. Just search my name and you'll find the show.